What is an aesthetic body? This question has intrigued great minds for centuries. I'm sure you've seen the figure of the Vitruvian Man. It's based on the ideal proportions of the male body. However, I won't duplicate them here just because they are wrong. The idea of finding ideal mathematical body parameters is simple and ingenious, but the approach is fundamentally flawed. It's based on the opinion of just one person whose views happen to become popular. However, the root of all evils lies in generalization. You and I will work precisely, taking an intellectual approach to the matter. Smart people don't draw conclusions based on one person's opinion, but consider thousands of studies involving billions of people. So, in this video, I'll tell you everything about an aesthetic body. Let's dive into a rigorous body edit. What parameters differentiate a Greek god from an ordinary mortal? I'll reveal the secret. When working on your body, pay attention not to muscle volume, the relief, or your height, but to the overall composition and proportions of the body. This is explained by our perception peculiarities. In a study, women were shown photos of two types of men, tall but disproportionate and short but well-built. As a result, short but more proportional men were rated as twice as attractive. Just think about it. Everyone dreams of becoming taller, but working on the aesthetics of your body is what will bring guaranteed results. Well, I won't keep you waiting. Let's get started. Let's begin with the waist-to-chest ratio. Research results clearly show that the ideal ratio is 0.7. This means that if the waist circumference is 70 centimeters, the ideal chest circumference should be 100 centimeters. There are two reasons why people pay so much attention to this parameter. Firstly, it's a sign of dominance. After all, the pack leader isn't afraid to occupy space, walking with a wide chest, demonstrating their weak points, neck and heart, a sign of unwavering confidence and invincibility. Secondly, a toned physique is a sign of health and strength. I've talked about why this affects how others perceive you in other videos. The second parameter is the head-to-height ratio. It determines how tall you appear. The thing is, for a person with a height of 160 and a person with a height of 190, their heads will be the same size, but the length of the body won't. It's considered that the ideal ratio is 1:8. This means that your height should include 8 heads. But in reality, the taller, the better, as clearly supported by research. This parameter is purely genetic. Guys with a height of 179 are not considered tall because of it. The good news is you can fix this with clothing. The third parameter is neck thickness, which incredibly influences the overall perception of your face and body. Numerous studies prove that women prefer more masculine qualities, and the neck is an indicator of masculinity. Those who think women are attracted to feminine guys are fools. Turn on your brain and ask yourself who supports this opinion. Women. Only those who fear men and want a comfortable feminine guy. But deep down, she will crave an unwavering man, not a wimp. Keep that in mind. The fourth parameter is hip width and shoulder width. When someone says you have very broad shoulders, they mean you have an excellent hip-to-shoulder ratio. This parameter visually distinguishes a man from a woman. For women, the hips are wider than the shoulders. For men, it's the opposite. The rule is simple. The wider your shoulders in relation to your hips, the better. It's the aesthetic everyone in bodybuilding strives for. The fifth parameter is height and leg length. Studies clearly confirm that the longer your legs, the more attractive you appear to others. Short people always have proportionally shorter legs compared to their torso, while people of average or tall height vary genetically. Look at models, it will all become clear. The sixth parameter is foot length and height. To understand, think about hobbits from The Lord of the Rings. They really look like dwarfs, but I'll share a little secret: they weren't processed with special effects. The only thing making them look like dwarfs is the huge prosthetic feet. The principle here is the same as with head size. For short people, foot size is almost the same as for tall people. So stop wearing oversized sneakers, you're just making yourself look shorter. The seventh parameter is waist width and hip width. Everyone says you shouldn't skip leg day, but it's essential to consider the overall body composition. Bodies where hips are not wider than the waist look more aesthetic and elite. It's not about leaving your legs skinny. On the contrary, it's important to make them elegantly complement the overall body composition. These parameters are the key to the aesthetic of a Greek god. But how do you build your body according to these proportions? I've already posted a new video about how to lean bulk and how to grow a muscular body. Check it out and see you next time.